I know I gotta do it tomorrow, so we both can't forget. Just saying. Do it. He's gonna do it. Hello, hello. How's it going? Happy Thursday, everyone. Can't see what I'm doing. What's going on? Oh yeah, yeah. So for my nails, I didn't do what I was planning on doing because I forgot that my last appointment, I told my girl that I wanted to do a specific set, and we like scheduled extra time for it. And so I didn't want to be that person that goes, "Oh, I changed my mind." And then, she could have scheduled someone else after me. So we'll do what I wanted to do next time. Yes, Judy, I'm live. So we did the fruit nails part 2. I got these a year or two ago. We changed a couple fruits. I did an apple this time and a mango, instead of like a strawberry and a watermelon. But yeah, and they're textured. And yes, there's like actual like water droplets on that. Well, they're not actual water droplets, but they are water droplets. So my hands aren't wet. They have some little clear elements. So, yeah, I keep thinking my hands are wet and they're not. Okay, the color palette for the one that I used, antique white. The blue one? Oh, oh, thank you. Um, yeah, if you're using a compass, they're slightly they're slightly bigger than a 1/4 inch. Like what, 5 centimeters? Is that what that is? No, 5 millimeters? No. What? Why can't I'm really so freaking bad. 5 of these lines. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I was right, millimeters. Did you find it? Oh, I found it. Okay, yeah, so it's 5 millimeters if you're doing a compass. Thanks. Do you guys remember these from last year? Hello. Yeah. Oh. So last year so last year, I found these at the at-home store in all different colors. They're not there anymore, and I think on Amazon you can only find them, like, in clear, but I bought, as many of the colored ones as I could. So I brought these to my show last year. This is the only one that I have left, and it comes with a little spoon. Now I didn't wanna use these as a coaster because, the edges are rounded, and I didn't wanna ruin this in case it dripped. Yeah, I think they probably are on my Zon front. So these I don't intend to use as coasters necessarily. But with that being said, I think since I only have one left, um, maybe I'll try to put resin on this one so that you could use it as a coaster. Because really these are supposed to like be overnight oat kind of things, or like if you're reading outside and you don't want a bug to get in your coffee kind of thing. But I want to try some resin on these. So these guys are 50, just because these are a little more expensive than I want them to be. When I saw them at shows, they're like 20% off if I have any left. What do you do if you get resin underneath this part? And like does like it ruin this siding part? Cuz like if I do resin on something like that, for example, I prefer it when it's straight edged. 'Cause I find that you can, like, fix them better. I don't know, I'm just worried about ruining my stuff. I hate ruining my art after the fact. But we're gonna try and resin this one and see how it goes. My coasters are 30. Mm, good to know, maybe I will be successful. Well, I'm always down to try out, something that scares me. Hello. Okay. So, I guess let's do this. It's like a forest green, I think. Some of the ones that I got were like a dark teal, so thank you. So, I think this is a green, so we'll do like a green colorway. Hello, happy Friday. Well, welcome in. Hopefully, you at least get a little bit of happy and your emotional exhaustion can lighten up just a tad for you, at least for a little bit. Oh, I have two desert cactuses. How did that happen? Okay. Whoops. So I'm just gonna grab a couple different greens and we'll kind of go from there. But like I kind of like that with it. Oh, I say Friday? I meant Thursday. Maybe. I kind of like this color. I kind of want to use sea. I feel like sea breeze would look pretty with that. Good evening. Want to put me in the spotlight? Why? Honestly, I mean, it kind of. I feel like I need another green, but like, mm, let's see. I mean, another like tealish color. I'm trying not to though. I didn't really want to. Do we hate that together? Do we feel like we need a closer color to this? Look up embossed mugs with lids, maybe. I think I have a set on my Zon front. And we've been kind of like sucking, and by we, I mean me. We've been kind of sucking at doing our color palettes as we're working on something. So let me do that now. And we can see like how close the colors are outside of the bottle. Because sea glass and aloe, they're pretty, oh wait, 3 and 4. Aloe and desert cactus. I know, I used to do them all the time and I kind of let them go for some reason. They are. I had fruit nails a little bit ago, like maybe a year, maybe I don't know. It could have even have been 2 years ago. It's been a It's Donna's birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Donna. But I knew I wanted to do them again, but I wanted to change up some fruit. Is that sea glass? Yeah. Vintage coffee mugs. Yeah, I can look. Um, you mean the one that I did the resin on today? That one? That's what these are. These ones are at Home Goods, but when you go to places like that, um, typically they're not gonna stay there forever. So I actually last time I went, I looked because it's been months and months and months and there weren't any. So I basically was only able to find them like around fall time last year. Oh, there's colored ones too on Amazon. Yes, perfect. I think I'll use this dark green as a top dot because it's probably gonna dry a little darker. I'm so sorry. And then if I want to use like sparkles and whatever, I will. But there's that color palette. I think it's pretty. Yeah. Different, but pretty. Well, thanks, Rosie. I appreciate it. Okay. Let me let me peek at my piece because it has resin on it, so I don't want to like disturb it too much. I'm pretty sure I know which colors it is, but I just want to double check. Sea breeze, olive blue, white, purple, I think white. Sea breeze, Bahama blue, white, blah 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 blah. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want to forget. All right. That's the one. No, I didn't. Sorry, let me scroll up. Make sure okay. Gotcha. Did that happen to you? Damn neighbors. Oh, that's annoying. So Terry said if you buy the mugs off Amazon, make sure that they don't have the little spot for the spoon in the top part. That's a good point. That would bother me too. I probably did. Yeah, or I know I did. It's in my binder somewhere. We just paint. We paint. As long as you just hang out and, don't cause troubles, you're welcome to watch. We're not gonna do anything bad in here, but oh, I don't know. Oh, thanks. So this is a Jelly Roll pen. It's a white gel pen. It's not my favorite to write on black paper, but I can't find my go-to white gel pen, so that's the one we're gonna use. Okay, Rosie. Because it doesn't, the ink isn't that great. They don't have spoon holes. Perfect. I'm glad that I paid attention to that. It's been a while since I put them on the on front. And then I know that I used the champagne extreme glitter over the antique white. Um, hey Heather. And I think that's it. Let me just double check before I hold it up for you. Hold on. Oh no, there's one. Sorry, babe. Oh, God, I'm sorry. There's two more glitter colors. I used hologram over the white. And it has like that iridescent blue green shift when it dries. I'm definitely missing comments, guys. Sorry. And then I also used the Sea Sparkle, I think over one of the either I think it was over Sea Breeze. This one is a little bit more of a chunky extreme glitter. There really aren't many that are like this, but it dries super cool. It has like a green and blue kind of a little bit chunkier sparkle to it, and I think that in moderation, depending on the color palette you use it with, it looks really cool. So there's the one from the other day. Oh yeah. Hold on. I slept on this color for a very long time because I just didn't think I'd like it. Like this was probably one of the last ones that I had bought out of the ones that you could get at Walmart. And I'm kind of mad about it because it looks really cool. If you put it on top of like blue or green, looks pretty darn cool. Okay, let's get started. You're welcome. Oh, you got it in the Howie. Very nice. She was doing mullet lady things. That's funny. Whenever I think of a mullet lady, I think of that one creator on TikTok who sits on her couch and pretends that she smokes a bunch of cigarettes and prank calls people. I don't remember her name. Uh, oh God. Ooh, cement pavers. Very neat. Are those big? And how was the texture on those? I feel like those are kind of rough, no? You don't know what a mullet is? Hello, good evening. How's it going, Dory? Can you hear the lady singing in the background on the music that I'm listening to or no? The Hobby Lobby paint. Sometimes it all just comes down to the type of sealer that you use, and since none of my art goes outside, I can't 100% tell you the best thing to use, but, um, Rust-Oleum there's a Rust-Oleum, like, high gloss sealer that has UV protection. Usually, if you're putting something outside, you want the varnish or the spray or whatever you're using to protect your paint, you want it to have UV protection, and obviously, you want it to be waterproof or, like, water resistant, weather resistant, and that's really gonna get you the best like, long-term coverage. Is this in the front, party in the back? Oh, I'm sorry. That's really funny. Well, I'm happy you get to hang out here and relax. Yeah, he did, that's right. Hello, hello. He probably has more of like an updated, more with the times mullet. Oh, shit. Dang it, I just dropped my tool on the table. Well, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised though, because a lot of things are coming back in style. So it's only a matter of time. Oh no, I did mess it up. Shit. All right, please hold. I hate when that happens. We might be able to save it though. We're just gonna like kind of cover this part up and we'll have to go back but over both of these swooshes in a little bit, but we'll just kind of let that black dry. We'll come back to it. Thanks. That's her name. Yeah, that's her name. She's funny. Look away. Megan, Megan, no. Man, these water droplets on my nails, I feel like I have something that I need to, like, pick off. Sue Dillon. Yeah, Sue Dillon. That's the name. This will be a good time for me to just get all that paint off my hands and kinda start over. And, honestly, like, it's kind of funny that the parents, because most of I feel like a lot of the parents are sort of around my age, why they would, like, be okay with their kids sporting a mullet. I mean, maybe they know more about, today's fashion than I do, but well, no, because I can't pick these off, and I'm like, I think I have like a piece of like when I'm packing orders, sometimes I get the glue, like little glue balls from the what's it called? Like the bubble mailers, the little like seal. Sometimes I get it on my nails and I just go like this and like get it off, and I feel like that's what I have. And then this nail, because there's a brown outline around the kiwi, I feel like my nail is dirty, but it's not. It's just painted. My nails are just they're just getting to me. They're fine. I just have to get used to them. For real. Oh no, see typically I oh see look, I already have oh shit. Hold on. Let's typically when I get like texture on my nails, I hate it because I'm constantly picking and like feeling. Like I can guarantee you that I'm gonna be going like this all the time. It's gonna bug me. And they're already annoying to clean if you get paint on them. Oh well, it's fine. They're pretty, they're cute, it's fine. I want this to dry so that I can go on to my next step. Well, we might be able to just go around, it's fine. Okay, so we used avocado and sea breeze so far. Yeah, I think I prefer like flat nails, honestly. We'll kind of skip over that section for a minute. Ah, I did. Yep, I did. Because he was on my picture hand. I call this my picture thumb because if I'm holding something, this is the one that you see. And I was like that. So yeah, typically I'm not one to have like 3D aspects on my nails that often, but I don't think the last time, oh, damn it. I don't think the last time I did this whole section just doesn't want me to paint it, apparently. I think the last time that I had fruit nails, they weren't 3D at all. Right? When she was doing the dragon fruit, I kinda, like, had a little bit of a ADHD moment, and then I was like, "Oh, wait, they're dragon fruit. Like, they're not supposed to be perfect circles." We'll get to it in a bit. We'll get to it shortly. Mm. It's black paint. And if it is water, when I don't have paint on it, yeah, it's water. I usually just dab it on my wet paper towel so that it's not overly wet and it doesn't drip everywhere. It's just damp enough to like kind of wipe some stuff off. Come on. Hi, Shelby. My dots and my swooshes are not playing nice with me tonight. Yeah, she did a really good job. Not that my nail girl wasn't great, but when I first started going to her, she'd only been doing nails for about a year or so. So like she had quite a bit of quite a bit to learn. And a lot of times she did a really good job, but there was, every once in a while I wasn't like super super happy. But since it's like tech I mean, what she does is art in a way, so I would never tell her that I hated them or that I didn't like them, but I just didn't like them as much as some of the other designs. Um, it's a mango. But she's been doing nails now for about 6 years because 'cause I've probably been going to her for close to 4 3.5, 4 years. So I've noticed the last, like, few fun designs she's done, like the butterflies, like, I've had her do butterflies on my nails before, and then now these ones, like, I'm like, "Wow, they're great," you know? She's been doing extra good. She's just been practicing, she has more experience, and she can do things a little bit better, and she maybe has found, like, better ways to do certain things. Alright, we'll just let that be. Yeah. My little pinky's a mango too. She used the airbrush machine to kinda do the sorta ombre skin color of the mango. Yeah, especially, like, one of the things that she tells me that really, like, gets to her, and I mean, we experience it here too, the AI nails. People will come in and be like, "Can you do this?" And she's like, "Those aren't even real. Like, an artist didn't make those." And so people still expect her to, like, try and do them, and she's like, "I don't even know." Oh, yeah, I got those. I did, because they were out of the pizza boats. I couldn't remember if we did. Babe, if I have a list, I just go off of the list, so I don't know. Maybe I should well, no, probably until next month. Um, maybe I should share my grocery list with you, and that way, if I have a double of something, you can take it off the list. Dog shaped nails. Those are gonna be a trend again, I just feel it. So it depends, Emma. It depends on the design, so and the length of my nails, I think. But I so if I were to just go in for a basic design, and she'll usually do a fill and just kind of drill down my old design instead of like completely redoing it. If it's more of a basic design, it's like 65, $70, and then I always give her like at least $20 as a tip. Um, if I have to get a soak off in a brand new set, I'm looking at like $120. These Now this is gonna I don't know if it's shocking. To me, I was actually shocked. I thought they'd be more. She quoted me 98. So I gave her $120 total with my tip. And she spent quite a few hours on these. So it just depends. But these are all I only get my nails done because my hands are on camera all the time. So it's worth it. And I don't go every 2 weeks either. I go every 3 weeks, sometimes every 3.5. So, I don't spend much money on myself. So having my nails done Scott goes, I spend money on toilet paper and butt scrunchies. He's getting on my case right now because I went to the grocery store and I bought more toilet paper and like little scrubbies, like loofahs, and apparently we didn't need it. I can't help it. Hey, but at least we have it, you know? Yeah, no, no, some people get, like, shocked, and I'm like, "Listen, if you only knew" my old nail place that I went to before I switched, I'm sure these would be close to 200 easily. So, I was pretty shocked when she said 98. I almost questioned, like, "Are you sure?" But yeah, so I am able to, sometimes write these off. But I wouldn't have my nails done if you guys didn't look at my hands all the time. I'm a serial nail biter and a picker, and my hands always looked so bad. Like really short nails, I'd have hangnails all over myself because I just so this also helps me not pick as much. Now sometimes if I'm super nervous and anxious, it doesn't really matter if I have nails or not, but overall it helps that too. He just doesn't think I need a loofah 2 different loofahs. For anybody new here, I have 2 loofahs for my shower. I have one that I wash my body with and solely one to wash my butt with. And Scott makes fun of me for it, but I literally have done it that way for years and years and years, and the idea of putting something I put on my butt near my face just, ugh, I know I'm showering and I'm cleaning myself, but I just if you think of okay, just think about it. If you start when I start, I wash everything and my butt last. So, if I didn't have a butt loofah, then I'd wash my butt last, and then the next time I go shower, I wash my, like, face, like, top part area. So, like, I'm literally putting my butt on my face the next time I shower. I don't. So, I have 2 separate colors, and usually the color that's for my butt, I have a little, like it's either blue for blue for butt or pink for stink. It just depends on what colors are available, but usually it's blue for butt. And I change them out, like, all the time because 'cause they're like the plastic gross ones, so I buy them all the time. So, I've always been that way, and, obviously, I never had to think about it until I got in a long-term serious relationship where, that kinda stuff was noticed and made fun of. But, like, I never I never really thought anything of it, you know? Oh, I'm so sorry, Ronnie. We're just keeping it real. We're just keeping it real. Yeah, so I bought some new loofahs at Walmart the other day. And then when I went to the grocery store, I bought another one yesterday. I do? No way. Well, we've got loofah for days. No, exactly. That smells good. But I thought that they were pretty much the same as the pizza boats. They look like they could have been. Oh, pizza. Well, with the sauce instead, but I think everything else is the same. Well, I hope you like it. I feel like some of that like weirdness when in terms of like loofahs comes like from my dad because he always like had a specific butt rag. Blue for butt or pink for stink, depending on what's available. It's just the little weird things that, sometimes the little factoids that are just funny. Yeah, I don't just get blue loofahs because I love the color. There's a reason. Ooh, knives. That's so odd. I'm super picky about like the feel of them too, because like, some of them are like super scratchy and some of them are like nice and soft. They have to be the soft ones, no matter what. Doesn't matter where I use them. Yeah, there you go. So it's not weird. I found my peoples. Tanya. No, stink. I had to figure out ways that I would remember it because there's nothing worse than being in the middle of like washing your face and like your, neck and then you realize, "Oh my god, I'm using the wrong one." So, I had to have something that I could always quickly remember which was which. And the reason the pink for stink one happened is because they didn't have blue, so I had purple and pink, and I was like, "I don't really know," and so then I was like, "Pink, stink, stink, okay, perfect, pink one's for my butt." Right? We don't talk about anything bad in here, but she might wind up wanting a new loofah or a couple loofahs. Hello, hello. What's up? So, speaking of Tara, because now I'm reminded of it. So, Saturday, I'm not gonna be online. I have a my cousin has a little sprinkle baby shower, and then I'm going to a concert with my dad on Saturday. So, no lives on Saturday. I know it's on the schedule, but I forgot. Or no, I no, that I didn't forget. Anyways. So that means we're gonna be doing ornaments on Friday and probably Sunday. So, I wanna use the cactus juice on these because that's probably honestly gonna be the best way that these work for me. And this is literally oh man, Tara, I literally oh, I am stronger than I think. So I bought these knowing exactly what I wanted to use them on. I know I can use them on a ton of things, but I bought them for these. So, um, not saying that we're gonna do it on him, but I thought that I would use it as like a fill color like I have been for these. Um, so that's how we're gonna use them. So just so you guys know, I have a couple colors to play with, but we're gonna be doing the wood ornaments on on Friday and Sunday, and we're gonna be debuting these beautiful cactus juices. So yeah, I was like, what's gonna be the best way that I'm gonna use them? Probably in this way. So I've got to prep. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. put this back on, keep it fresh. So yeah, this is good. That's probably gonna be my main way to use them because that's just what works for me. It's 500 too many. So stay tuned because that's what we're doing on Friday. I don't even know where I'd store all of them. Yeah, so I got 3 cactus juices. How do you say it in multiples? Um, I got Undertow, Mist. I almost said Frost. Lilac Mist and Supernova. They're like the purples and the blue and like the, color shifty purple, teal colors. Like definitely my colors to start with. So we'll have to do something fun with those. Tomorrow, Friday. Yes, yes. You definitely can do some fun stuff with them. My my only for business, right? Right? I mean, I went back and forth for a while, and, Ashley showed the plum one earlier today, and I was like, "Well, that's probably gonna be one of the next ones I get." So, Tara, if you don't mind, because you probably I mean, not probably, you can, describe cactus juice better than I can. But it's some of Tara's, it's her newest paint edition, and they are thinner, way thinner. They are the thinnest paint that she has. They are thinner than Bliss Drops by far. Bliss Drops are more 3D. This is, if I had to describe like the flow of it, it's not similar to anything that she has at the moment, besides obviously that. Um, it is super pigmented, flowy paint that she made. Um, if you were, for example, it's not the same thing, but in comparison, if you were to take the Duraclear and put in a shit ton of pigment that I have, it's closer to that than anything else. So it's really great for paintbrush strokes. It's really great for dotting. I'm going to use it on some fills on my wood ornaments. But it's just a beautiful, super flowy acrylic paint that is super pigmented with micas and pigments. Um, and you can get like really nice long swooshes if you do paintbrush swooshes. I mean, you can even swoosh for super long with a dotting tool too. But in her description, basically, you can use it on whatever you really want. There's probably some things that she hasn't thought of using it on yet, and that we don't even know. Cactus juice is a flowy acrylic paint, highly concentrated, very smooth and easy to drag. Exactly. Yeah. So, like I said, it's not varnish like I do, but if you were to compare it to any consistency, that would be closer to that than paint. Than any paint that we kind of know of at the moment, if that makes sense. So, but hers is made by her. It is not just varnished in a jar with pigment. It is handmade. She has a special recipe for all of it. It's not what I have basically at all. Little weirdos in the comments. My goodness. So yeah, like you cannot use it as varnish. It's not supposed to be. It's paint. Yeah, she's on a work trip right now, so shipping is currently paused in that department, but when she gets back, she'll be right back to biz. A magical potion made by a wizard. Yes. Ooh, that's a good question. Is it multi-surface? The Wizard of Bliss. Here, let's debut some. Since I just mixed this one up, we can play with it. Give me a second. I'll even find a paintbrush. Hold on. So you do want to mix it up. They do settle because it's nice and thin and lots of pigment. So that's she gives you a little stir thing, but you can use whatever you want to stir it if you lose it. Uh, So, don't judge me, but I'm not a paintbrusher, but you can see I can only swoosh away from me when it comes to paintbrushes. I can't swoosh or I can only swoosh towards myself. I can't swoosh away. Um, but they're very dreamy when it comes to paintbrush swooshing, which honestly, if you use paintbrushes in your art, this is gonna be great for it. Like, look how long those are. You're not seeing me use paintbrushes. If you think you are, no, you didn't. Just, shh, shh, shh. You can use regular dotting tools with it, but they are thin. So if you're using it as a top dot, just like be mindful with how much you're using. Use a little bit less. And I mean it's still really pretty, but you don't need like a big blob, right? So just be mindful when you're using these kind of tools. A little bit goes a long way. Okay. And you can do whoa, I totally overdid it. But you can dot with it. Like look how long those dots are. Dot, 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 dot. I'm gonna run out of room. But you can dot with it. You just gotta be very like light-handed when you're dotting if your dots are super close. But you can like look at this. Look at that swoosh. But this one, it has a pinkish shift to it. Isn't that pretty? It's like a light blue over black. You don't like it? What's wrong with it, baby? You want me to eat it? Okay, hold on. But yeah, so they're fun. They're pretty, and I'm gonna be using it as a fill on my ornaments. I know I'm not gonna be able to get that cap off easily tomorrow with how tight I just screwed it on. Oh, maybe you shouldn't put it in the microwave, babe. Sorry, he just made me try some of his pizza. Mm. Oh, this week? Sorry, I'm chewing. Well, babe, are you doing something tomorrow officially? Are you like golfing or something tomorrow officially? Huh? Oh. Well, just shoot me a message if you have free time. Stinks that you're up here for that, but maybe we can go to Starbucks or something. I appreciate you. And I'm excited to like actually use them more. I just wasn't ready for tonight. I need to prep. Need to prep some ornaments. Oh, good. Yes. And we'll also have to play with the cactus juice with like a special pigment mix too, hopefully. Yeah, Nance, just let me know if you have free time and I am around. I would love to get coffee or something. Oh, you know me, I'm just always thinking about stuff for you guys, and I asked Tara to potentially create a product that we could be using um on ornaments and stuff like that. New nails. I already have paint on me. That's just gonna be the way it is, I guess. Oh yeah. Let me do that now so I don't forget. Ooh, Nancy's getting my phone number. Yeah, I really don't think you can at people on here. And if you ever get anything from her, remember guys, um Gron's Bliss saves. Oh, Rosie, watch out. It's it's a little addictive. I love Seven Brew. You can't sit down, but their drinks are really good. In fact, that's what I'm drinking right now. They're like 3D gels. They are like orange and lemon and lime wedges. Yep, you can get a lot of them. I think if not all, a lot of them are sugar-free. They have sugar-free options. They've got so many options. And I like that if I don't want coffee, they have like other drinks too. Cause you know, sometimes you just need like a refreshing drink before you start doing errands or something. But yeah, I mean it's completely converted Scott over like he used to go to Starbucks all the time. And you know, I have my espresso machine, so I haven't been really going to Starbucks either. He has stopped going to Starbucks and he goes to Seven Brew now. No, it's a drive it's think of it like a Chick-fil-A. You know how they have, like, double drive-throughs and typically they try and get you, like, through the drive-through really fast, but it's coffee, and you can't sit down. It's purely a drive-through coffee place or drink place, but coffee and drinks. Pretty, huh? I forgot that I wanted to do these nails, but when I walked in, she was like, "We still doing the fruit nails today?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's right." So, I made her try out the other stuff that I wanted on my nails just to make sure it works, and it does, so we're gonna do it next time. Right before my birthday. Yeah, probably. I've never been to Dutch Bros, but I've heard it's great. This color palette screams Stormy. Like, I think Stormy would love this color palette. There might need to be, like, some lime green in here, but I think she'd still really like this color palette. Yes. I'll probably be putting some hologram with this and maybe this or a darker teal. And then I have like evergreen would be a top dot because it's so dark. But so far, these are the colors. What's a mist? Is it like a frozen drink? Yeah, we don't have any Dutch Bros over here. Maybe when we go to Vegas in the fall, if there's anyone like anywhere close, maybe we'll make a stop so I can try it. Because I'm sure that there's one over there, right? Oh, okay. Yum. Yeah, if I don't get coffee at 7 Brew, I get it's called Stargazer. It's one of their energies. They have their own energy. So basically they'll do like flavor syrup pumps um with their energy drink and probably a little bit of sparkling water to fill it up. And they have so many different flavors, but I get Stargazer because to be completely honest, it wasn't necessarily I got it originally because of the flavor. I got it because I said, "Ooh, I bet this is gonna be a pretty color." It's a beautiful teal color, when you get it, but it's lime and blue raspberry. It's very good. They have one called Gummy Bear, but it's, like, the most ugly like, green. I don't wanna say it's an ugly color because I really like this green, but having, like, a drink that's this color, maybe a little bit more brown, just so weird, but it tastes like gummy bears. So, but yeah, it's not like a healthy, like, you know, energy, but it's still good. La 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 la. I don't really know what I wanna do with my design, so I'm gonna put in a few top dots just to get her going. Oh, that's not the right color. Oh, well, I guess we're putting that color on top. I'll probably put some hologram then. Oops. I've never heard of that place either. That's what I'm drinking right now, Heather, the sweet and salty. How's it going? Paint booger, paint booger, paint booger. Let's wipe that off. I need to get a new bottle of Evergreen. As you can tell, it's probably a little thick, a little old, but I don't usually use this color, so I'm not surprised. Ooh, fun. Yeah, beat some ass. Just kidding. Maybe. Well, some of the paint colors I've had for quite a few years. I think it I think it depends on like how empty your bottle is, because if there's more air in the bottle, it probably won't last as long. Um and it depends on, like, where your paint is. If you're somewhere that's really hot, like if you're in like a little she shed that it doesn't really have the best air conditioning in the summer, it or like heat in the winter, maybe your paint might not be as happy. But a lot of my paint has been fine. I just try to remember to like shake it up every once in a while, especially my backup colors. This is, I just say dot art because I don't always make mandalas, but you can call it mandala dot art. You can call it um, dot art. You can I mean, it's a version of pointillism, but it is very relaxing. This style of art is great for like meditation and stuff like that too. Dot painting. Thank you. Right now, I'm struggling with what color I want to put on top of these dots right here. I think I wanna do, like, a dark teal. Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll we'll add that to the color card. The only reason I didn't choose purple is because I'm kinda going with this vibe. Your vintage music. I was rocking out earlier today. Thanks. Trying to decide what I wanna do in the next step, so while I'm thinking about it, I'm just putting a few top dot accents on here. It's such a pretty color. I don't use it all that much, because it's more of a green teal than it is a blue teal, and since I don't paint with green as often as I do blue, sometimes I feel like it clashes a little bit more with my color palettes. Like, I'll reach for tropical blue if I'm doing more of, like, a cool toned, blue, purple, teal kinda color palette if I want, like, a dark blue like that, but I felt like this color was a good color to put in for this with top dots for sure. Lots of practice, that is true. I've got like a light blue tealish color. I think I'm done adding colors in for now, just so that I can kind of see how all these come together. But maybe on the next one, since it's brown, like if we have time, we can do like a brown and teal combo or like light blue, brown kind of color combo. Hello, hello. All right, so we need to bring in more of that color. I don't know what I want to do here, so I'm just gonna putz around for a second and hope that I like it. Because I kind of want to close this off, but I don't want to do a circle ring because I'm so close to the edge that I feel like that's gonna just like end my design, and I want to kind of keep it a little more flowy. So this would be one of those designs. I've gotten that question a few times over the last few lives, is like if I um know what I'm doing beforehand or if I'm just kind of like winging it as I go. And while I have been just replicating some of the same design, just changing up the color palette recently on those trinket dishes, this would be one of those where I'm just kind of going for it and seeing what happens. So, there are probably elements in this design that I've done before, or there are, not there probably are, there are, but the design as a whole, I'm just making up as I go. Exactly. I'm just free dotting right now. Whoops. Thanks. Now I hope that this fits. I don't think I'm actually gonna like that, to be honest. Oh, maybe I'll like it this way. Is it gonna fit this way each time? You know what? We'll just try it. Hope for the best. I might not like it, so I might take it off, but you know, it kind of looks like ears. And that'll give me the ability to kind of boop, boop, boop. Let's try it. Let's just go for it. Just wait, just wait. It does kind of look like an angel, doesn't it? I have an idea, Gabrielle. This one is from well, it's part of the Greek tool set, but this is a mini one, which doesn't exist yet. Keyword yet. So, kind of teasing you with a mini tool, mini smaller tool. Sorry, not sorry. So, like, in the regular set, so you can see the size difference. Um, Good question. Maybe in June? We've gotta sit down and talk about what is coming out in June for our birthdays, and, like, what the next thing we wanna do is. That really does give angel vibes, doesn't it? And I was not doing that on purpose, but I can totally see, like, an angel in a way. We got fruit nails. Yeah, hers is towards the end of June-ish. End-ish of June. Thanks. Let me do all these with this tool first, and then I'll switch. Yeah. You could probably do this angel design on, like, a 4-point design because 'cause they're kinda wide. Fruit salad fingers. May 31st. Soon. Ooh. Are you doing anything fun for your birthday? I don't think I like that, though. I was thinking that too, when I put this out today. I mean, I'll have to take a new picture, but I was also thinking that. Even though I did the pink on this for a reason, but I was kinda looking at that and I'm like, "Maybe I switch them and do a different color palette." Let's see. I think I might like to kind of round it off better. Yeah, I do. I do like that better. Where's my black? So I don't have any purple of these mugs, but I could eventually maybe do a purple coaster. Damn it, Heather. My sister and I were supposed to be born on August 17th, my mom's birthday, but well, we came a little bit early, like 2 months early, and scared the shit out of my parents, that's for sure. Me, I'm 7 minutes older. I'm the older one. Are you kidding me? We look like little aliens. I saw that too. I saw it too, and I was like, "Ooh, that's really cute." I almost picked it up because I just got like 6 or 7 stash jars like 2 days ago. Aw. Nope, just first siblings, Ella and Freddie. "No, you can't play with the bike. We've gotta go to the hospital." TJ Maxx slash Marshalls has these stash jars. They're honey, I guess they're honey containers, which is why I didn't pick it up because I didn't want like the little honey drippy thing under the lid. But it's like a honeycomb glass design. I thought it was pretty at first, and then I was like, damn it, if only that wasn't attached. Oh my God, we had like ginormous foreheads. We still kind of do, but we didn't have hair for a while, so it looked worse. I have this picture of me at a restaurant holding a balloon, and I'm, like, angry as frick for some reason, and I look like friggin' the clown from that one movie with the balloon. I wonder if Scott can find it. Babe. Babe. Can you find that funny picture of me being angry holding a balloon? Like, I know you have it somewhere. The picture of me when I was a kid and I'm holding a balloon at the restaurant. What? Yeah. You have that picture somewhere, don't you? Can you find it quickly? You can find it faster than I can anyways. Yeah, it. I looked like it. Yeah, I swear to God, it's so funny. I'll have him find it. Hopefully he finds it soon. But I don't know what the hell was going on at the restaurant, but I was not happy. There's also a picture from Halloween. Because when I was a kid, my mom, she always made us do not the same costume, but the costumes always went together. So like, one year I was an angel and she was a devil. One year I think I was an Indian and she was a cowboy, like things like that. 90s. But the one year where we were angel and devil, there's a funny picture where outside I'm in my little angel costume and I'm holding the pitchfork and I just have this like evil look. And my parents thought it was so funny because I was in the angel costume and I just looked like a little shithead. Oh no. Yeah, my dad took a picture of us. I did a report on like prematurity when I was in like 7th grade English, and I had a picture of me in like the incubator, and there was a pen next to me, and the pen was bigger than I was. You guys ready to see this picture? I introduced to you Jenna Wise, but like look at that forehead, man. I mean, I'm not kidding. You just need the balloon to be red. It's just so funny. I don't know what was going on, but I look like my dad in that picture, 100%. Thanks, babe. I'm not kidding. I told you. I don't know why I wasn't happy. They don't even remember either. They just have the funny picture. Maybe I was hungry. You used to watch my videos. Well, hello, I'm here. Make sure to follow me so you don't lose me again. I really suck at posting videos. So, I know, isn't it funny? Good evening. I must have been hangry. We were 9 weeks early, roughly. So we were supposed to be born on August 17th and we came on the 13th of June. No, exactly. Yeah, you don't wanna get on my bad side. Not many people have seen my angry side, like, truly angry. I was 2 pounds, 11 ounces. I was a little baby bird, and, they were all like, "They'll be okay, they'll be fine," but, my dad, he was in the middle of med school, and my mom was in pharmacy school, or maybe she was already no, she was a pharmacist at this point. So, of course, they're like, "We're not just the average parents, like, we know that this is not good." Like, we have them, and it was rough. He wow, came that early and oh, big baby then, holy crap. My sister was 3'3" and I was 2'11", little baby birds. I think I was in for about the same amount of time. Um, my sister was able to come home. I thought it was Father's Day, but Father's Day isn't that late. My sister was able to come home before I was, but I was in there for a while. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Wow, 6 feet tall. I never grew much. I'm only 5 feet tall, but, I think about how early we were and, I know it was the '90s, but it's medical stuff is better now than it was, obviously, and to my knowledge, at least, I really don't have any major health issues, um, to my knowledge, besides just, your typical bad genetics, but birthing a legend, you're like You're welcome, world. It's me, Heather. Hey, Susie. What do you think, Gabrielle? Do you like it better? For real. Oh, well, it's true. You're a very, very good friend. I mean, honestly, I take comfort in the fact that if I ever needed someone to drop everything, I know I could text you about it. And you'd be like, all right, I'll be there. I'll be there in 4 hours. She's been a ride or die since I started dotting. She's been around for a very long time. One of the only ones left. Patty is one of them. Patty from Canada. Yep, your friend knew that and she called you and you went up, you know, immediately. Exactly. Some of my friends are further away than Heather is, so even though they would probably also drop things, Heather would be one of the ones to get here the fastest. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't wanna say it helps because obviously nobody wants to, kinda go through that, but it helps that you know what she's going through, you know? So if there's anyone that should be there with her right now helping her out, it's you. Well, listen, we don't need you getting stopped on your way here. Hello, hello. Pedal to the metal, all the way down to the floor. Vroom, vroom. I'm just layering, this seems to be doing doing some good. Sometimes whenever I'm doing a design, when I have, like, no choice but to end the design because there's, like, an edge like this, sometimes I stress out a little bit because maybe the main part of the design doesn't really give me much room to do too much around the outer edge, but, like, I don't like negative space. But this seems to be working out. Seems to be coming together, so I'm just kinda literally going with the flow. I'll probably add some dots inside and some sparkles and, all that, but if you can't tell, I'm kinda setting up to do something right in here. Yeah, the color palette's super pretty too. Just gotta be careful to not stick my fingers in paint. I think this is perfect. Not the original plan, but I think it fits well. I'm gonna fill up all the negative space. Don't be surprised, because I am. Yeah, because there's not as, like, many teeny, teeny, tiny details in this one. It's very, swooshy and line worky. So the lines, are made with watercolor pencil. So whenever the design is dry, like all the paint is dry, I go over it with a damp sponge and the lines will disappear. So you won't see them in the finished product. Yeah, watercolor pencils are a secret weapon. There's people will use chalk pencils and soapstone pencil things and, you know, but I personally think that a watercolor pencil removes best. Because sometimes people will also use those like fabric pencils that are supposed to kind of come off in the wash if you get them wet. But I don't always think that those come off the surface as well as watercolor does. So, yeah, you just got to make sure that your paint is all the way dry You really shouldn't be removing guidelines while your paint is wet anyways, but so, like, tomorrow, for example, I can remove my guidelines because it'll be way dry for sure. I made the mistake, the other week when I was painting something, I knew I shouldn't have removed my guidelines that early, but I was like, "It's fine." And I thought that I kinda left it for long enough, but, I did not because some of my dots were, like, really big, and I smeared paint all over my piece, and I was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god, why did I do that?" I was so mad at myself. I fixed it, but I was a little worried for a second. Yeah, yeah, you definitely could, Heather. Yes to both. Oh, yeah. Don't hate me, but I'm not a Harry Potter person. But yeah, you totally could. I totally could. I know what house I'd be in just because I took a test, before I went to Harry Potter World when we went to Disney, but that's the only reason I know. Oh god. I was doing a piece for VIP for well, it was either for June or July, but it's gonna be for July, and it was a cluster dot area that I smeared. I definitely, like, did my best. It's not perfect, but it's fine. But I just I was so mad at myself. Thanks. I do not do my own nails. I have a really awesome nail tech. She knows that I create content, so she knows that my nails always have to be literally on point. Yeah, I was so mad. I wonder if you guys can see. Let's look. If you look closely, you'll probably be able to see where I screwed it up. Let me finish these swooshes first. Thank you. I don't think I varnished this yet, but can you guys tell where I smeared paint everywhere? It To be honest, it looks a lot better than it did, and I definitely saved it. Um, let's see. Uh, right here. I mean, it was over the whole piece, but it was gold paint that smeared, so not only was it hard to remove, it left that, like, sparkly on the black, and so what I did is I removed as much as I could, and after it dried, I went over all of my dots with, some sparkly pigment so that everything kinda has, like, a shine where the black is, but, oh my god, I was so mad at myself. I couldn't believe that I did that. So, yeah, I definitely saved it, but it was I was unsure for a little bit. Yeah, my only thought was add sparkles so that the sparkles go over the black that you see peeking through, and then it looks intentional. Yeah, because I finished them, I went to the post office, and I did another stop, I can't remember where I went, but I was gone, and by the time I got back, I was like, "Yeah, they're dry enough." Because typically, like, normal size dots would be, but not those big ones and not ones that are not regular Americana. All I knew was that I was not going to remake it. I was like, even if I can't save it, as long as it takes a good picture, it'll be fine, and I'll make it again in VIP. It's 'cause I know where it is, that's why. But no, I think I did a pretty good job saving it with the pigment powder over it, because the pigment was like a gold kinda champagne color, so you can't really see it on the dots themselves, but you can see it lightly sparkle behind them. I think so. Hello, hello. Alright, time to add sparkles and more top dots. So for anybody who is new, this goes on white, but it's going to dry down like clear iridescent, and it's going to leave behind a green, blue, teal sparkle. So it's going to go really well with this color palette. It would be almost a sin not to use this on this color palette. Oh yeah, I had to set it for a little bit, but oh, I wanted to like throw the whole thing out. I was so mad at myself. Did I say hi? Hi. I can't remember. Hello, hello. How's it going? Sandra, I think you messaged me a while ago on Etsy and I forgot to respond. What was your question? You asked me if I could post something on YouTube, a video of something on YouTube. Do you remember what that was? Yes, my favorite color palette is purple, teals, and blues. So like that color palette. Something something along the lines of this is my favorite color palette. I do it if I don't know what I want to paint, I usually do that color palette. Because if I like it but don't like it enough to post it, I'll at least keep it. and, and I know that I'll like the color palettes. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I do it in a lot. Like there's a J up there. That's similar color palettes that I painted. Couple trinket I mean, I have a lot of that color palette everywhere, but It's real this color palette is really gonna come to life with top dots and glitter and stuff. I know it. What's with all these things exploding all over the place right now? Yeah, wasn't there there was something up in was it Washington? Like I know the thing almost exploded in was it California or something? But there's something just that I just saw in the news from Florida. I don't know, I just saw something. I heard Scott go, "Uh-oh," and then I saw a big fireball, and it said something about Florida. Yeah, that's true. Oh, hey, you guys, I keep forgetting I wanted to make a video about it, I still might, but I found something the other day, and I bought them because I was like, "What?" Um, so Dollar Tree likes to bring out some crafty things. Check out what I found. And it's not for dotting, but I figured we could probably use it. So they have these clay cutters, and I thought when you are drawing a mandala design, maybe like on like a bigger board, you could fit these in between your thingies and like your guidelines, and you just but yeah, they're just I mean, I'm sure you could just use cookie cutters, but they're clay cutters. So I liked the teardrop ones and the like leafy kind of looking ones. These ones came in the same pack. And then I think there were some other ones that I was like, eh. And then I bought this pack for like these two and like maybe one of these. But yeah, I bought them and I was like, yeah, I should probably make a video about it, but I just keep forgetting and I saw them in my drawer, so I wanted to show you guys really fast what I found. So, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. You don't always have to use dotting tools. You can always find stuff that works, right? Hey, Cara. See, there you go. Any honest like cookie cutter, fondant cutter, some type of, I'm sure they would work just fine. Oh, I didn't even grab what I meant to grab. That's why I was in this drawer in the first place. Hey, at least they're only $1.25, right? They did, but I prefer the Amazon coasters that don't already have um the coaster backing, like the cork bottom. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, cheap is good. Crafting on a budget. What's up? What's up? Oh, I read it as cutters anyways. Dormy Stormy, I was saying earlier that this color palette kinda reminds me of you. The ones on Amazon that I have purchased, they come with a sheet. Sometimes they're separate, like little individual cork stickers, but some of them are like a sheet that's folded up, and it has them, and you just peel them off and stick them on in the end. Busy, busy. Her kids are keeping her busy with all the sports. Sports. Where's that from? Oh, that was a TikTok video. Sports. How's it going? Yeah, Marco. Oh my gosh, I love him. Vintage recipe. Yeah, they should be on my link tree or not link tree, Amazon storefront. And if you're in VIP, I have coasters in a 4-pack that you can grab. Basically, I just bought a giant, like, huge pack of them and split them into 4s in case you don't want a bunch. I think I have a 12 count on my Zonfront maybe, but they don't really exist in, like, super small quantities, obviously. I know, he's so funny. Oh, yeah. Did he finally decide which club he was going for? By the way, guys, if you are ever trying to find my link tree that has like the links to everything, like my Amazon storefront or whatever, especially if you're on TikTok, because I had to take my link away. If you know how to get to my website, if you at least have my website memorized, JGrondz.art.com, at the very top of my website, there's something that it'll say like, follow me on my other socials or something. And if you click that, it'll take you to the link tree, which you can get to my Amazon storefront that way. You can get the 24-hour crafts, you can get to down glitter holler, you can get to everything. So little tip. You're welcome. I even figured out how to link my Facebook group to my website through the, like, main bio, or not the bio, but, like, the main, um, like, drop-down menu. Last one. This is looking pretty, so pretty. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause you can't, yeah, you have to either find it somewhere on Facebook, or you gotta go over on here, or you gotta go to my Instagram. Stupid TikTok just made everything a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think the easiest way is JGrondz.art.com, and then click the little button up top, or I don't even know if it's a button, it just might be like a little banner, but you can click that banner. Ooh, I should have used that on the other, fuck, oh well. That's so pretty, oh my god. Why did I use extreme glitter on top of the other colored swoosh like this? Oh well, it's fine. You guys don't even, you can't even see how pretty that is. It just looks green, but oh my god, it's so pretty. So pretty. I'm just gonna top dot some of these. Not all of them, because I don't want them all to be like a teal, but you guys, I mean, knowing me, honestly, are you surprised that I'm even bringing this color into it? I promise it wasn't originally the plan, but I just simply cannot help myself. It's a going. How are you? Really? Why? Was it just like the time of year or something? They're being wild on a Thursday. Not us, we're just dotting. Aw. So typically I don't, but I am going to resin this one to see. Last year I was afraid to put resin on these because I was afraid it was going to spill over the edge. But since I've been doing coasters, um, I do think that these would be better as coasters instead of just like tops to keep like your drink warm and bugs out of it, you know? So I am going to resin this one and see how it goes. And if it goes well, then I just might resin the other two that I made last year so they can function as coasters. No, it didn't. Oh no. Toby's done that with mice before to me and it makes me mad, but also I'm like, "Oh, thanks." So some of them are from eBay a long time ago, and that the most of the other ones I have a secret place that I'll probably maybe share with you guys sort of maybe one day. I keep going back and forth between just doing like a teeny tiny little jewelry expansion to my business, but if I don't, then I'll share my supplier. Um, but I haven't quite decided yet. But my main place before that was eBay. You just look up like sterling silver opal rings. I got my nails done yesterday, yeah. Oh. Well, have a good night, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good, fun couple weeks. I don't have any apples, but or if are you talking about like where I can get them? Maybe. I don't know what all they have. I was thinking about it, Gabrielle. I've been going back and forth on it for a while. I just don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it. Because obviously, like, I'd have to figure out on how to carry multiple different sizes. And like that can get expensive. The supplier also offers like a drop ship kind of thing where like I can post whatever I want and then just like they'll send it to you, but if they do it that way, then I don't have any say over like the packaging and whatnot, and I just don't know if I want to do that. It might be easier, but I don't know. Part of me wants to physically have everything so I can check them out, make sure they're in good shape and all that stuff. I've been thinking about it. I don't know yet. The good thing about the drop ship, like, middle not drop well, I mean, I guess it technically is drop shipping, but, like, having them be my middleman so that I don't have to carry stock in all sizes is that's I mean, that would be the one of the pros is that I could offer more options and, like, a wider array of sizes without, like, too much out of pocket, but I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, because 'cause they'll do, like, unmarked packaging, and I don't know, I don't really like that. I'd rather make it pretty and presentable and stuff. Because if it's any of the ways that I get mine when I order, it doesn't look that nice. I mean, it's fine, it gets the job done, but I'd rather it look a little bit prettier. I also haven't spent enough money on them yet, with them yet to even have them do that anyways, so but yeah, I mean, they've got a bunch of stuff. They've got rings, they've got earrings, they've got necklaces. I mean, they've got more than just opal, but I think I would do the opal side of things since that's like my favorite and there's really pretty options. But yeah, I'm still thinking about it. Oh, a baby bunny. Is it okay? Or was it not alive anymore? Although I need to place an order soon since, my cat ring broke, and then when I went to go visit Ella and Freddie, Ella or Freddie's just a frickin' tank, and he didn't, like, jump up on me, but he kind of, like, put his paws on me, and his nail caught my necklace, and before I could move his paw, he jumped down, and it ripped my necklace off, so I'm not wearing a necklace right now, I'm sad. Oh, well, that's good. Hello, what you doing? He's good. He's always good. My Mr. Tub Tub. He's being a little stinker. I mean, he's always a stinker when it comes to Scott. Him and Scott are like I'm definitely the mom, right? He doesn't really mess with me too much, but him and Scott, he's a little rough with him sometimes. And he likes to bite. In a nice way, of course, usually. But he can get a little too rough sometimes with Scott. And then I'll just be like, "Hey." Earlier today, he was like, he had his paws around Scott and he was like biting and kind of like kicking, how cats do. And I like, raised my voice a little bit and he just stared at me. And I walked up and I grabbed his paws and I like moved them apart and I said, "Can you please let go?" Right, like, it doesn't look like I'm a cat owner because I don't have any scratches on me, and then you look at Scott's hands and arms, and he's got scratches and bite marks and all that stuff on him, but Toby just doesn't mess with me, he knows better. I feed him, I take care of him, I'm the mom. Incoming. See? Like, you would never know that I own a cat, but you would definitely know that he does. That's just how it is. That's how it's always been. I think I am pretty happy with this. What do you guys think? It's very sparkly. Let's see. He's cute. Ooh, that's pretty. Hell yeah, that's really pretty. Don't want to drop it, but I think that goes with it really well. Yeah, he's listening to the conversation tonight. 11:41. Let's see. What can we do in 20 minutes? What do you guys want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? Oh, I know what we can do. We can work on this because this has been hanging, just waiting for me to finish. This one will probably have flowers. Pretty sure. Yeah, we'll probably do flowers on this one. Oh, I didn't do I gotta do that. Clean my tools. I know. I should. Don't judge them. I know they're dirty. Yeah, I like to do the dots over it, just because I feel like you'll lose them in the design if you don't. Yeah, actually, I need to add maybe 1 or 2 more colors into the color palette, but I do actually have a color card tonight. She's in New Jersey. Oh, you are close to New York. Oh, damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were that close to New York. Um, I believe that is it. I think that's all that's on here. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should probably do that. Hold on. So pretty. I feel like we were talking about something the other day. This is so random, but I'm just, I just thought about it. I don't remember which platform we were on, but were we talking at some point about how, and when I say the other day, this could have been like last month or, but we're going to talk about food for a second. Sorry, not sorry. Um, you know, I feel like we were talking about this, like when you get store-bought hummus, you know how sometimes it has that like citric acid kind of like sour taste to it, but if you were to get it like homemade in a restaurant, it tastes completely different. Did we have that conversation and how I would just kind of wish that I could find a good hummus that like didn't taste as citric acidy as like the Sabra or whatever hummus you can get at the grocery store? So I found this hummus the other day. It's not like the best. It's not restaurant style, but it is so much better than Sabra. I got it because I was literally starving. It was yesterday actually. And I didn't want to get fast food, but I definitely knew I couldn't wait till I got home to eat lunch after my nail appointment because I had to go to the grocery store. It's called Esti, Esti. It's non-GMO, no preservatives, like vegan hummus. When I looked at the back, the ingredients did not say citric acid, so I took a risk. Delish, and I got these, they're called pita crunch. They're garlic pita chips. Ugh, delish. I ate that for lunch for the last 2 days and it is so bomb.com. I don't think it, let me look to see if it has come in for me. Like the ingredient list was relatively small, so I took a risk. Where is it? There is some lemon juice, but like not that much. There's chickpeas, sesame, tahini, sunflower oil, water, sea salt, garlic, pepper, and some lemon juice concentrate. But I think that restaurant style also has a little bit of hummus, but it is so much better than like Sabra. Like I'm obsessed with. Like look, it looks so good. It's yummy. Maybe a little too thick. Like I do like it thinner, but it's really good with those garlic pita chips. I was trying to find the Stacy's, but I couldn't, and then I saw those in, like, the area with, like, the fancy cheese and charcuterie board items, and I just got those, and they were really good. But I highly recommend. Yep, so good, I love if you guys have an Aladdin's Eatery near you, in my opinion, they have the best hummus, like, I eat it with a spoon, so good. I've always been I mean, I have Lebanese blood in me, so eating hummus and stuff like that was never, like, weird growing up, but see, I kinda like the tahini if you don't put too much, you know what I mean? But yeah, so good. I do like garlic sauce, I'm a garlic person. To me, the more garlic, the better. You can never have too much garlic. Oh my gosh, how the heck did she get in there? She just wedged herself behind your chair. Love grape leaves. But, like, with I think it's lamb and rice in the middle and some lemon. I don't like the vegetarian grape leaves. Ugh. She looks comfy, though. Love grape leaves. My mom makes amazing grape leaves. My roommate in call Ashley, she always made fun of me because I would open a can of chickpeas and just eat them with a spoon. And she's like, "You're so weird." And I'm like, "It's good." I mean, when I'd go to, like, Eaton Park or, like, a salad bar, I would always get, like, a bowl of chickpeas on the side and just eat them. I love chickpeas. Can't do lamb? I can see that. I mean, 1, besides the fact that it's a little baby, it's a little bit I think a little bit more gamey tasting, I think, but she does ground I think it's ground lamb. I don't know what all she puts in it, honestly, but it's so good. Really? Paula, I took Marina to the Chipotle that we went to the other day because she wanted Chipotle, and I'm always down for Chipotle. And I was like, "Oh, well, we can go to this one." She goes, "Is it good?" I said, "It's the best one in the area." Like Paula and I went the last few times I've went, it's been great. It was such a terrible experience. It was awful. And she was like, "You lied." And I'm like, "I didn't. I promise. It was really good when we went." They just I don't know. The Maybe it was like it was on Labor Day, so maybe they didn't have many people working, and I saw that they had some caterings going on, so, like, maybe that kinda screwed things up, but it was bad, like, some of the worst Chipotle that I've ever had, and the customer service, not to me, they were very nice to me, but, like, there is about to be a fight, um, and I was like, "Oop, uh-oh." So I don't do that kinda stuff, like, I mean, the most of my Lebanese palate ends at grape leaves and hummus for the most part, maybe a couple things here and there. My parents, they always kinda went a little bit more wild because their palates are more open than mine, but hello. A Big Mac.
No real change, honestly, which is like a good and a bad thing. She has, oh, what's the frickin' diagnosis? So she basically has some type of, I think it's encephalopathy, um, due to like some liver disease. And it's causing some really mad dementia. And they really don't think she's gonna get better. And unfortunately, she, like, doesn't want to eat. Um, so, like, they can't really force feed her because that's, like, one of, like, her things, like, she doesn't want much, like, life sustaining things. So, like, they're kind of, not really able to do too much besides just, like, hope that she eats and keep her comfy. Yeah, so basically what Ash said was that she's basically just watching her wither away, and she's really frustrated right now because, like, a lot of her cognitive decline is due to things that, like, could potentially be fixed, but at the same time, it's also causing it to be a lot worse, and, she's just, like she's mad at the world right now, obviously, like, she wants her grandma to fight more, and her grandma is, like, giving up, and they're just kind of, like, waiting, and so she's just angry because she's like, "This is not Nana." Nana's 80, but she's like a hip 80, like, I thought she'd be around for, like, many more years, kind of 80. Um, like, she seemed like she was in her, like, late 60s, early 70s, right? I was like when I found out how old she was, I was like, "No way. There's no way." And she's like, "Yeah, Nana's 80." So she's not in hospice yet. She's in, like a care of sorts. Like, she's not at the hospital, I don't think, anymore. But yeah, Ashley is I was talking to her the other day, and it's hard, there's really not the best thing to say, right? But basically I just kind of was like, you're valid in feeling the way that you're feeling. You're totally okay to be mad and frustrated at the situation, like, because she's like, I just never thought that this would be how she'd go out, but, she texted me the other day and said that the care place called and said that she fell going, like, back from the bathroom, and that, like, they don't see anything, like, nothing seems wrong, but they're just gonna monitor her, but, I mean, to me, that's just not good. So, I'm unfortunately just waiting for her to call and tell me that she's either passing away or she passed away. My best friend's grandma who basically raised her, her entire life. So she's basically like her mom. Um, so if that happens, I will be dropping pretty much everything and going going up to state college to be with her and them because Ash is not gonna be okay. Yeah, I don't know. She's Nana's very stubborn and will just kind of do what she wants. So it just sucks, seeing I mean, I obviously haven't seen her, but from what Ash had said, it kind of just sucks, like, knowing how different she was, like, even a couple weeks ago, and how fast this is all happening. And I feel so bad, so bad for her. But she said that she visits every day, and that she does her best, but she's just she's dealing with I think he's gonna be 7, 6 or 7 soon. Oh my gosh, I can never remember how old her son is. He's growing up too fast. That's all I can say. And she's in school for vet tech stuff, and that's all kind of coming to an end. So she's got a lot on her plate, and she just is very overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, so I will be heading up there whenever she tells me to. I have her husband, like, promise to call me because Ash might not, she might just tell me after the fact, because she's stubborn, but, like, I know her, like, she would want someone there, you know? But, so I have her husband if she decides, like, if she doesn't call me or whatever, she gave him the okay to, like, let me know. Yeah, this is the Ash I do the show with. Yep. It's very, very sad. She lost her dogs, like, she had some dogs, up until about a year or so ago, and both of them passed away, I think, like, within a few months of each other, Nana's dogs. So I think kinda after that, she just got super depressed, and, I mean, she has a cat, but cats can only do so much sometimes, you know? She's definitely a dog person. Her husband passed away years and years and years ago, so she lived by herself. She didn't want to live anywhere. She didn't wanna move in with Ash. She still wanted her, um, you know why can't I think of that word? So, yeah, basically, I am trying to be ahead of myself on things that I have to do for my business in case I just have to peace out. I know you guys will understand no matter what, but for my peace of mind, knowing that I can, be up there without worrying about things down here. Yeah, her independence. Thank you. Why can't that word was just not coming to my brain. Um, I just know it would be better for me to be able to like be fully like for her and not have to worry about anything back here, or worry about like what I have to do when I get home. I don't know. I just know that she was in the hospital. She didn't need the hospital anymore, but she can't go home. Um, she's not on hospice. Not yet, anyways. But the doctor kind of like gave Ash like the real talk the other week and was like, listen, like there's really not much we can do. Um, if she doesn't want to eat, she's not going to eat. And she doesn't want us to force anything, no IVs, no, nothing like that. So yeah, I'm trying to just keep my ducks in a row so that I can just drive up there as fast as I can. But I'll let you guys know, as I know. But as of right now, she's just kind of sadly waiting for the inevitable. I know you guys say that, but I still feel like I have an obligation to uphold, with the subscription group. And I mean, I know if need be, like I'm sure Paula would probably be more than happy to take over for a couple weeks if I need to. But you know, I'm not even asking Paula, I'm just saying she probably will. But I'm gonna try not to have like an unplanned month, I guess is what I'm saying. Sheesh, how is it already midnight? What the frick happened to the time? Um, by the way, Paula. I know, I know. But you guys know me. I can't help it. All right, so I guess we'll leave this at that. Here is the completed project from tonight, our main beautiful thing. I think it turned out wonderful. I will put resin on this. I'm gonna try anyways. I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm just nervous. So I'll take the guidelines off tomorrow and varnish it, and then probably put resin on it in, a few days after, probably the beginning of the week. Um, so tomorrow is Friday. I will see you guys on TikTok at 9:30. Since I am off on Saturday all day and I don't have any lives, that means we're moving ornaments to Friday and then Sunday, depending on how many ornaments we get done tomorrow. I do plan to use the new cactus juice on some of the ornaments, so we're going to be doing the etched ornaments so that we can specifically use cactus juice. Um, and we'll just kind of see what happens. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys very much. And I will see you guys over on TikTok tomorrow night. Have a good night.